Alright, this is my Unaware Draft League draft analysis. Definitely is not way later than I intended to post this. Yeah. For this league, they were pretty unaware of what balancing was with Terra captains. Because there is some, interesting choices to allow. I had pick 11 out of 12 in my pool. So I was not expecting to get to have any of the really fun choices. But for pick 1, I got a really fun option in Terra Garchomp. It's Garchomp, but you can remove the Ice and Fairy type weaknesses. It's gonna be a fun time. He's probably gonna Terra Fire or Terra Steel almost every single week. But can you blame him? He's just gonna have fun. He's not gonna die easily. He's gonna tank quite a few hits, most likely. And just be a general pain in the butt. And the best part is, with all these broken captains, is they're gonna be huge Terra hogs. Because, like, there's Terra Lottie twins that are legal. Apologies if you can hear my dogs in the background. And they are going to hog Terra, so there's no point in even drafting a backup captain with them. Well, with Garchomp, you know how good he is with his base typing, more often than not. He's not even really held back by it. So, I can draft a good backup captain with him, and potentially have some fun some weeks. But because I was pick 11, I got really close to a wheel pick, so I grabbed Terapagos. Can you blame me? It's arguably the best rapid spinner in the format, and I hate dealing with hazards. It's Terapagos. How much to say about him? Sometimes I'll run a more offensive power or meteor beam set or something. Maybe rock polish, calm mind, some of those shenanigans. But due to Terra Shell, he's just gonna be so reliable at living anything and getting that spin off that I honestly might not even need to run offensive, especially with the rest of my team. But I had to wait a while for my round 3 pick because I was so close to the wheel. A lot of fun things got taken, including Meowscarada like 2 picks before me, which is really funny that it went that late. But I saw the Meowscarada and it's like, you know what? You know what's a fun grass type? Ogerpon Wellspring. Why not grab non-Terra Wellspring? Terra Wellspring was legal, but nobody wanted to draft it when there was all the other stuff on the board, like Terra Hearthflame, Terra Darkrai, Terra Regieleki. That one actually went undrafted in my pool. But yeah, it's Wellspring. It has Encore. It has Stupid Ivy Cudgel. It's immune to water. It it's a pain in the butt. Its typing is really nice defensively. It has spikes for extra bit of support. And really surprisingly bulky sometimes. I'm excited to see what it does without Terra. I haven't actually drafted any Ogerpon form before, so yeah. But speaking of Pokemon I haven't drafted before, my round 4 was almost immediately after, and the wheel pick was going a completely different direction with their draft than I was. So I essentially never had to worry about them sniping me. So I went with a mon that should not have been available round 4, and that's Deoxys Speed. Do not know how I got it this late. This is not the latest Deoxys speed went in this draft. There is somebody in the showdown division of this that got it round 7. No, I do not know how. But yeah, it's Dio Speed. It'll run a lot of random bullshit. Probably like Colbur more often than the items on screen, but I didn't have a Colbur PNG and I'm lazy. So, yeah. It's also probably going to end up being a Sash lead, just to get up a Spike or Stealth Rock when I need it to. There's not much to say about it. It's Dio Speed. It's a really nice top speed to have access to, because it outspeeds all base 100 Scarfers, and also Scarf Lando T. Or, is it Lando I? Whichever one is the base 101. Because it outspeeds any Scarfers that are Garchomp speed or below. Which is really funny because it makes it very easy to remember what it can and cannot outspeed by drafting it with Garchomp. But yeah, Dio Speed. We love it. They should not have been able to grab it. But round 5, a lot of shenanigans went. Nothing I was too interested in. I figured I might as well grab my backup captain while it's on the board. And that backup captain was Terra Superior. Ignore that, you didn't see anything about my round 6. It's gonna run choice item. The wide lens is there as a joke. I'm looking forward to Superior. It's another Mon I haven't drafted before, but I've wanted to. Its stats leave a lot to be desired, but also Contrary Leaf Storm go Burr, and Terra Superior is super fun. So, from what I've heard, at least. As well. Plus, Garchomp doesn't exactly need Terra, like I said, so being able to have a really nice backup captain like this will be nice. I'm looking forward to how Superior will perform. But you already saw it. My round 6, it was Klefki. Shade is an OG from my first ever draft, which, while super scuffed, Shade was one of the most important members on it. So it's kind of fitting that it's on my first upload required league. Technically not my first Wi-Fi league, but that's not the point. It's Klefki. It's annoying. It has a lot of tools like screens, T-Wave, spikes. You can't go wrong with Klefki. It's just a pain in the ass. Its stats are deceptively low because you're not investing in those offenses. Plus, them being equal means you can just run Play Rough or Dazzling Gleam, whichever one you prefer, or Draining Kiss, my preferred option, more often than not, for your offensive move. Or you can just go no attacks, Klefki. That is completely reasonable. Been there, done that. But yeah, it's also a really nice counter to all of the big, strong dragons, namely the Terra Lottie twins. But it's also going to be helpful with Terra Darkrai, force it to be more of a, like, fire set or something, so it doesn't get just walled by Spadef Klefki. But after Klefki, I had essentially my plan locked. I just needed one Pokemon to not get sniped. So, of course, what happened is it went through all of round 6 and all of round 7 except for the pick right before me, which took it. In my face. So I spent 2 hours coming up with a new plan, and found out that Rotom Heat was surprisingly cheap. The nickname is not final. It's probably going to change a half dozen times before I actually settle on one when it comes. But yeah, it's Rotom Heat, and it was like 7 points or something, which was really nice. because it let me actually have a bit more of a budget to play around with Mons for the last couple slots than I was intending on. So it gives me a good ground immunity, which my team doesn't actually have yet, despite me having 2 grass types. And it's just an overall nice Mon. It can be another dual screens Mon, like Klefki and Speed. And it can also run Scarf Trick shenanigans. It also could just be a Boots pivot if that's needed. But yeah, it's Rotom. It doesn't have that many tools to describe. If I ever click Will-O-Wisp, I'm probably missing it. But yeah. Round 8, again, Wheel was going a completely different route than me, so I knew I was getting exactly what I wanted. I got Krookodile. Krookodile can do almost anything. It can go Scarf Moxie sweeping, it can go Assault Vest Intim, Bulky Pivot, or Rocky Helmet Intim. Hell, it could go like a Choice Band or Scarf Intim set just to throw people off and be annoying. It could also do like a loaded dice scale shot set if I'm being really weird, but yeah. When he comes, he'll likely be dedicated more towards hazards. Because my team, it has a lot of spikers and stuff, but the Mons don't actually prefer to run spikes except for Klefki. Like, Deoxys would love its up move slot for other things. Pegos, while having rocks, it has so many other moves in its moveset that it's not even funny. And yeah, I'm also not running hazards on Terra Garchomp. It's Terra Garchomp. Unless I'm going a weird Terra Ghost bulky set. Don't worry about it. It's also a good knockoff spreader, which, well, I do have 2 decent knockoff mons in Wellspring and Speed. They have 4 move slot syndrome, so it's nice having a mon that can reliably fit it. But at this point, I had like 4 or 5 points left. So I wasn't getting my hopes up for getting anything too great. But for round 9, I noticed that there's a actually pretty bulky, solid low tier ghost left. That's Houndstone. While he's not going to come often, when he does, it's going to be pretty nice. Because he's a good spin blocker, especially for mons like Tusk, and Treads, who can't really touch it. And Fluffy is a really stupid ability. It does give it a fire weakness, but that is its nickname. It is nicknamed the Nameless. Don't worry about it. It's a reference. If you know it, you know it. A lot of these Pokemon are actually references, but I'm not explaining them. The only ones that aren't are Rotom and Speed. But yeah, it's Houndstone. He doesn't have much, but he's gonna be fun. He's gonna pull some shenanigans. But I technically didn't have any points left. But if you know me, there is one Pokemon I have to have on every draft, or it's not a real draft but made by me. And that's Strudel. I am, for some reason, this Pokemon, I just love it for some reason. I don't know why. But I do. It's technically not actually allowed to come into any games, but nobody needs to know about that. It's Strudel. I love Strudel. He's cute. How can you hate him? He has 2 actually really surprisingly good abilities in Unburden and Prankster. Because Prankster means he can just get a guaranteed Toxic off or Switcheroo with a bad item like a Lagging Tail or Flame Orb or something. And Unburden is almost guaranteed to proc if I put a Sash on him, as long as they don't use a multi-hit move or U-turn, because his stats are that bad. And 75 speed with Unburden means he outspeeds pretty much everything. And can get off an Endeavor for free. Shenaniganery. He's not actually coming to any games, most likely. But he's the mascot. Well, technically PZ is the mascot, but semantics. But yeah, this is the draft. This is lagging my computer, keeping the screen open. But so yeah, I'm cutting the video off here. It's a really cool draft. I'm going for the championship. Let's hope I can do it. First Wi-Fi League? Be too hard, right? This was recorded after week 1. If you know, you know.